So having a dash cam is something that I think is almost required at this point with all the crazy drivers that are out there. But there are so many options and lots of specs to try to understand: 4K, 2K, 1080p, single channel, dual channel, 3-channel, Starvis sensors, HDR, parking modes, Wi-Fi, GPS. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at a few nice options from some top manufacturers and compare their features and specifications, their video quality in day and nighttime, and of course their pricing, to see what I recommend. So the dash cams we're going to be comparing are the Thinkware ARC 700, the Vantrue N4 Pro S, and the BlackVue Elite 9. All of them are really nice 4K dash cams with a lot of features, and these manufacturers are very well known in the dash cam industry and make quality products. So to start, let's go ahead and get them out of the packaging. They are all packaged very well. This is everything that is included with each of them. They all include mounting hardware, power cable, a cable to connect it to the rear camera, manual, trim removal tool, and the dash cams themselves. There are a couple differences though. The Thinkware and BlackVue units include a hard wiring cable with it, as well as a memory card. The Vantrue unit has those as optional accessories you can get, but they don't come with it by default. For me personally, I'm not too worried about it, but if you do want to take advantage of their parking modes, you will want to make sure you hardwire the dash cam. That said, the hardwire kit for the Vantrue is only $25 on Amazon, and memory cards are pretty inexpensive too. But yeah, looking at the dash cams up close, they do have front and rear units. This one is the Thinkware ARC 700, and it's more of a flat design. You can see several buttons on it to control it. It has a speaker built in. It's got a memory card slot on the side. It has inputs for power, an optional radar module, and the rear camera input. Next up, we have the Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro S or N4 Pro S. This is more of a cylindrical style, and it feels really high quality. I like that matte finish too. It's also got buttons on it to control it, and a speaker. This one is also the only one that has a display, which is nice. And it's also the only one with an in-car camera. So that's where single channel, dual channel, 3-channel come in. It's basically how many cameras the dash cam has. So the Thinkware and the BlackVue units are dual channel, while the Vantrue unit is a 3-channel dash cam. But yeah, like I said, I like the look and feel of the Vantrue a lot. On the side here, we have the memory card slot, as well as a reset button. And yeah, it looks good. Now for the BlackVue Elite 9. This is also a cylindrical style like the Vantrue, and it feels pretty good quality too. On the side here, you can see the various ports for connecting power and the rear camera. It's got a speaker and some LED indicators. Under this piece on the side is how you access the memory card slot. And the other side is touch sensitive for manually recording events. Now for the rear cameras, they're all pretty small. The Thinkware ARC 700 unit is more flat like the front camera, while the other two are more cylindrical. The Vantrue and the BlackVue are a little bit more compact too. For the Vantrue, you'll also notice that it uses USB-C for power and connectivity, unlike the other units. I do like that. But yeah, they all look good. And they all include double-sided tape for mounting. Now I'll show you too, for the Vantrue N4 Pro S, it has this GPS mount that it connects to, which is pretty cool and allows you to remove it easily. And the base for the adhesive mount, it comes with 2 of them. So that way you can easily swap it between vehicles, which is pretty cool. So now that we've seen them up close, I'm going to compare some of their features and their specifications. So all of them offer 4K front and QHD rear recording, while the Vantrue has the additional 1080p interior camera. And they all record in 30 frames per second in their highest resolution. As for their image sensors, Sony Starvis 2 sensors are widely considered to be the best for dash cams. The Vantrue and the BlackVue have Starvis 2 sensors for all their cameras, but the Thinkware has the previous generation Starvis sensor for the front, but no Starvis sensor for the rear. That means, at least on paper, the Vantrue and the BlackVue have a pretty solid advantage when it comes to clarity, contrast, low light performance, but we're going to go ahead and compare all of them later on in this video. Now, all the dash cams have HDR for every camera, so they should be able to brighten up dark portions of the video without blowing out the bright portions. They all have fast 5 GHz Wi-Fi built in for fast file transfers. BlackVue also offers cloud connectivity, so if you use their SIM card or it's connected to Wi-Fi, you can view it remotely, which is nice. They all have a built-in GPS, though the Vantrue has a dual GPS setup for more precise location tracking, which is interesting. They all have loop recording, so it will continuously record clips and then overwrite the oldest ones when the memory card gets full. As for memory cards, the Vantrue and the BlackVue support up to 1 terabyte, while the Thinkware supports up to 256 gigabytes. So if you want to be able to store as much footage as possible, the Vantrue and the BlackVue have a definite advantage there. Now they all have their own various parking modes too, including buffered parking modes that record before and after an event, as well as power-saving parking modes that allow them to go a long period while parked. The Vantrue also has a couple of options for low bitrate or low frame rate, which is nice that you can choose between the two. They all have built-in G sensors for impact detection. They all have various night vision mode technology to improve their low light performance. They're all also designed to work in a wide range of temperatures, which is important since it can get pretty hot in vehicles on sunny summer days. And they all have smartphone apps that work well. They're easy to navigate, adjust settings, view live feeds, update firmware for the cameras, download footage directly to your phone, that sort of thing. So yeah, like I said, overall, they're really solid dash cams with a lot of features. Now I got them all set up in my loaner Subaru Forester while my truck is getting some maintenance and warranty work done. All of them are easy to mount and get set up. Again, I do like that the Vantrue uses USB-C, so you could just connect it to your vehicle's USB port as opposed to needing to connect to a 12-volt cigarette lighter style power adapter. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some footage. The first thing I'll show you is the interior camera footage from the Vantrue, since it's the only one with the interior camera. My beautiful wife is making her YouTube debut because I have a partial tear in my Achilles and I'm in a boot and not allowed to drive. Image quality here is nice and clear with a decent amount of detail, even though it is just 1080p. Color reproduction is accurate. There's solid dynamic range. At night it switches to infrared mode and still provides a decent amount of detail. Plenty for an interior camera, so it's good. Now for the front and rear cameras, I went ahead and pulled footage from all three at the exact same times for during the daytime, at dusk, and at night so that we can evaluate and compare. Looking at the front cameras in the daytime, I'll go ahead and start by looking at the field of view here. This one is the Vantrue N4 Pro S. It's a pretty wide view across the front here. Good detail and dynamic range with the sun there too, not making the rest of the image too dark, so that's good. Next up, this is the Thinkware ARC 700. It's aimed slightly down compared to the Vantrue, but overall field of view is about the same, maybe slightly less. Big difference in quality though with the lower quality image sensor. Not as much detail, less dynamic range. The sunlight seems to really be causing a lot of glare and it's impacting it here. Now for the BlackVue. Definitely wider field of view here than the Thinkware and the Vantrue. Much better detail than the Thinkware. The image has better dynamic range than the Thinkware too. Compared to the Vantrue, the BlackVue seems very overly sharpened. Both are nice and clear, but the BlackVue does look a little more clear. I do prefer the video of the Vantrue though, without that over sharpening. Now looking at them all with motion, the BlackVue and Vantrue are definitely superior to the Thinkware ARC 700 here. Let's check out license plates passing by. I'll pause it on this white car where there isn't a reflection off of the windshield. The car's plate is unreadable for the ARC 700, unfortunately. For the Vantrue, it's a decent amount clearer. You can make it out, which is good since it's near the side of the camera's field of view where it'd be most challenging. And then for the BlackVue, yeah, that's really good, very clear. So the Thinkware is unacceptable, the Vantrue is acceptable, and the BlackVue is great for license plate clarity here. Let's take a look at some more footage at dusk. Starting with the Thinkware here, definitely better image quality than when in direct sunlight, though still not the clearest. As for the Vantrue, again, it's a much clearer picture. Much more saturation with the colors too. Transitioning from brighter to darker under this bridge, it adapts quickly and has a lot of dynamic range. Switching back to the Thinkware ARC 700, it's not nearly as much detail under the bridges. Now for the BlackVue Elite 9, very detailed and again, very sharp. Colors are kind of in between the Thinkware ARC 700 and the Vantrue N4 Pro S. And again, it's got that big field of view, just very sharp. Under the bridge here, not as much detail as the Vantrue N4 Pro S in the dark areas, but overall the BlackVue is pretty good. Now going back and checking out those license plates we passed, looking at this Corolla with the Thinkware ARC 700, definitely unreadable. A lot of dash cams have a hard time when it's not really bright out with license plates. For the Vantrue, it's a little better, but still not really able to be read. For the BlackVue, it's clearer. You can just about read it. So basically, like with the bright daylight, the BlackVue does better than the Vantrue, which does better than the Thinkware when it comes to reading license plates of cars that pass by. That said, license plates for cars passing in the other direction are some of the hardest things to capture for a dashcam. When vehicles are around you without such a difference in speed, it's much easier, and all three dashcams are able to read those license plates, with the Vantrue N4 Pro S and the BlackVue Elite 9 doing the best. Now let's check out some night footage from the front cameras. Again, starting with the Thinkware ARC 700 here. Decent amount of detail for nighttime. Oncoming headlights do cause some glare, which is to be expected. There's a decent amount of noise in this image too. For the Vantrue N4 Pro S, this is a good amount clearer. Less glare from the oncoming headlights too, which is good. Much less noise in the image. Its Starvis 2 sensor definitely does a better job than the ARC 700's previous generation Starvis sensor. Now let's see the BlackVue Elite 9. It's definitely clearer than the ARC 700. There's a decent amount of glare though. That's interesting, I wasn't expecting that. It's also darker in the dark areas compared to the Vantrue N4 Pro S. So here the Vantrue is the clear winner with a clearer, brighter image with low noise and low glare compared to the others. Here's another shot as we pull up to this McDonald's drive-thru. Good detail from the BlackVue Elite 9 here, but again, lots of glare. For the Vantrue N4 Pro S, a lot of detail and significantly less glare. And for the Thinkware ARC 700, not as much detail as the others and a decent amount of glare. So for the front cameras, I think I'd rate them Vantrue N4 Pro S, BlackVue Elite 9, and then Thinkware ARC 700. The Vantrue and the BlackVue are on another level compared to the Thinkware in basically all scenarios. And comparing the Vantrue and the BlackVue, both are really clear and do a solid job in the daytime and at dusk. The Vantrue has an edge when it comes to dynamic range and just the overall picture. I find the BlackVue to be overly sharpened personally. That said, the BlackVue does have an edge when it comes to field of view and license plate capture for oncoming vehicles. But at night, the Vantrue has a pretty significant edge considering the glare with the BlackVue dashcam and its better brightness. Now let's take a look at the rear camera performance. Here, I'm not expecting too much of a difference overall between them, though the Vantrue and the BlackVue have Starvis 2 sensors, so they should be a little clearer than the Thinkware, especially at night. Starting with the Thinkware ARC 700 rear camera, quality isn't too bad. It's a decent amount of detail. It's a little darker overall than I'd like, but not horrible. And you can definitely read license plates of vehicles behind you. As for the Vantrue N4 Pro S, definitely a lot clearer and brighter. Really good image quality all around here. Now for the BlackVue Elite 9, very similar to the Vantrue N4 Pro S. Ignore that brown line across the image, that's from the rear defroster. When you mount your rear camera, make sure you adjust the camera angle before mounting it so the camera is between the defroster lines. But yeah, good quality here, solid dynamic range, bright. This and the Vantrue are about the same. Now for at dusk, here's the Thinkware ARC 700. Again, it's very dark. These are the default settings. I haven't lowered or increased the exposure. It's just a dark image. Going under the bridge here, you can see it brightens it up since it's darker under there, but then it goes back to being dark afterwards. Interesting. Now for the Vantrue N4 Pro S, again, very solid image quality, very clear, good brightness, solid dynamic range. It looks good. For the BlackVue, almost the same as the Vantrue, maybe a little brighter. Dynamic range isn't quite as good as the Vantrue though, but overall similar clear image quality. Now for some nighttime footage. The Thinkware ARC 700 struggles here with noise and glare from its lower quality rear image sensor. That was kind of to be expected. For the Vantrue N4 Pro S, much more detail and much less noise and glare. It's also brighter in the dark areas too. It's pretty good. And for the BlackVue Elite 9, it's pretty clear, but the dark areas are so dark. It's interesting, they have their dash cams set to be so dark in the dark areas at night. So for the back cameras, I think I'd rate the Vantrue N4 Pro S the best one here too. Now let's check out their pricing. I'll post links to all of them on Amazon in the description for you to check them out. Currently, the Thinkware ARC 700 is on sale on Amazon for $290. The Vantrue N4 Pro S is on sale for $300. And the BlackVue Elite 9 is $500. The BlackVue's price actually kind of surprised me. It's nice, but it's pretty expensive. Now looking at reviews for all three on Amazon, they're all rated over a 4 out of 5, which is good, with the Vantrue N4 Pro S the highest at 4.4 out of 5. Looking at Amazon's review summaries, they're all generally positive overall, though I'm not the only one thinking the BlackVue Elite 9 is a little expensive. So yeah, with all that, I think I would definitely recommend getting the Vantrue N4 Pro S. It's got those nice Starvis 2 image sensors that really give it solid image quality from all cameras. It's got great dynamic range during the day and at night, low noise, very little glare at night compared to the others, nice wide field of view. It's also got great build quality. It's got that interior camera that the others don't have. Just really good all around. And for the price, you can't beat it. You do need to get a memory card if you don't have one, but they are pretty inexpensive. You can get a Vantrue 64GB one on Amazon for $40, or they have smaller or larger ones too. I'll link them in the description with the hardwire kit I mentioned for you guys earlier if you guys want that.
Now, Amazon Prime Day is currently running over the next few days, so all three dash cams will likely be available at discounted prices. So ultimately, choose the dash cam that fits your own needs and preferences.
But yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the dash cams. And as always, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, hype the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. I have a lot on the way. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.